Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is, I think, the third week in the row that you've seen us. So, yay, isn't that exciting? But today we are going to talk about Speak Hard, our annual youth event. And I have with me Chris Zurich, who is our SAD, Students Against Destructive Decision Coordinator for Missouri. Thanks for joining me again, Chris.
Of course, we're definitely seeing a lot of everyone today. So, this week, I mean, next week, all weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So we are excited to announce that Speak Hard is back in person this year. Yay! We will continue to monitor COVID, of course, and we will adjust as we need to. But as of now, we are planning in person on April 14th in Jefferson City at the Mill Bottom, which is just down the street from the Capitol. So if you're interested in meeting with your legislators, it's the perfect opportunity. I'm not trying to be casual tonight, I was telling Chris, but I wore my Speak Hard shirt from last year. So to kind of put us in the mood here for announcing Speak Hard. This will be our 18th year of Speak Hard. It's so hard to believe that it is 18 years. And I've been there for all of them, and Chris has been there for a majority of them. He missed a few with high school and college and stuff like that. But
there's a little gap there,
yep.
But my first one was 12 years ago. So
yep, that's awesome. So Speak Hard was created 18 years ago to bring our youth to Jefferson City to be the voice at the Capitol for our youth and to learn about issues that are important to teens and the things that they deal with every day in schools and their community. That's changed from year to year, obviously, over the 18 years, but we've done a really good job of bringing in presenters. We've had adult presenters, we've had youth presenters, we've had national presenters. It's just been a fun ride that we've had, and I'm excited to continue it. So with that being said, Chris is going to announce our keynote speaker and our lineup for this year's Speak Hard. So Chris, take it away.
Yeah, so this year's Speak Hard is different than we have ever done it before. We wanted to say, we took a year off to reinvent this conference and reinvigorate and reimagine what Speak Hard can be. And that's what we're bringing to you this year for our 18th annual event. Our keynote for this year will be Ashley Brenton. Ashley is a speaker, author, and leadership development coach, and she's going to be talking to her students about reaching their full potential, but then reaching higher than that, and take them on this really epic journey of building themselves up to be more than they ever expected that they could be. Ashley is an extremely dynamic speaker, and she's not just our keynote. We have brought her on as an MC and facilitator for this year's Speak Hard. So she'll be bringing everything together and taking her keynote message and applying it throughout the entirety of our event. So you won't just see Ashley at opening, you're going to see her all day long, and she'll be working with all of our students to facilitate their growth throughout the day. Now, this year's conference also follows a new schedule and kind of a new format. Instead of the traditional breakouts that we've done in the past, we're actually having all of our students participate in 3 different learning modules or learning segments. That's going to be prevention, education, and advocacy. In the prevention module or segment, we're going to be doing leadership activities, and we're going to talk about some time-tested prevention strategies. We're also going to introduce what it's like to build a comprehensive prevention plan for your community. In our Educate session, we're going to talk about SAD's 4 core programs, which are Is It Worth the Risk, Rock the Belt, SAD Shines, and Text Less, Live More. And we'll explore some different methodologies and training opportunities to help you build healthy young lives in your community. Finally, our Advocate session, we'll talk about building a media playbook and really getting your community involved on social media, getting your local news, radio, and print media to be involved in your causes and promote your work. And then also how to work with government officials and support public policy initiatives in your area. So we have some really cool new tactics that we're going to be using here, and students are going to leave hopefully with a plan for their upcoming school year on how to build those happy, healthy, successful lives in all of our youth. We also are bringing in a really cool opportunity to get students outdoors, especially knowing it was COVID. We know we want to get students maybe outside, a little bit of a breather during the day. So we have brought in the Arrive Alive tour. And Arrive Alive is an organization that actually brings in a simulator, and students can see what it's like to drive distracted or to drive impaired, whether that is alcohol impaired or drug impaired. Now, the simulator is actually in a real car, but the car is not moving. It's parked, and they wrap screens on the inside and have glasses on the students, and they'll actually be able to see their reaction times, and anyone on the outside can see exactly what that student is seeing through those glasses and through the cameras. So it's a really cool, really interactive experience for students to see firsthand how impaired your driving really can be when you're looking at your phone, you're watching videos, if you're under the influence of alcohol or marijuana or other drugs. So really cool new experience for our students at Speak Hard this year. I think it's going to be nice to get students out, get them moving during our conference, and do something kind of tactical and physical during the event that's intermixed with all of their learning modules that they'll have throughout the function.
I'm going to be honest, I've heard of the Arrive Alive tour, and when I Googled arrivealivetour.com, it looks so cool. So if you have a moment, look up arrivealivetour.com, and it shows you students participating, and it's a fun, interactive way for students to really see what some of the consequences of behaviors could be if they make the wrong decision. So it's a really neat program. I hope you guys will look it up and participate with us, of course, on April 14th as well. So yep. Chris, what is the cost for our Speak Hard this year?
Speak Hard is $25 an attendee. That includes all of our programming, includes getting the Arrive Alive simulator time, and it includes your lunch at the function. So $25 for 6 days of learning and engagement, or 6 hours of learning and engagement. So we're really excited to keep that cost affordable for all of our programs that are out there supporting a cause that's so near and dear to all of us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know I've had some questions already about some supplemental funding if they have students. And I know that there's community organizations, within these like Lions clubs, things like this that like to fund youth programming. So I really encourage you to reach out to some of those groups and organizations in your community if that is something that you guys are coming up against. And by all means, reach out to Chris and I too, because we might have some more ideas as well to help you with that. But we really try and keep the price point at a reasonable one. And like Chris said, for 6 hours of programming and meals, we think that that's a pretty good deal. So,
yeah. And some other organizations here, just to jump in, we're really aligned with traffic safety initiatives. So look at your local insurance agencies and see if maybe they'll support it, because it makes their lives easier when individuals aren't filing those claims. So there are great organizations out there to work with, and some of them sponsor STAT as a nationwide organization. Like State Farm. So definitely reach out to some of those organizations that might be able to help you out locally.
Absolutely. And the registration is live, and it's up on our website at actmissouri.org. And if you look under the annual events, that's where Speak Hard is, and it gives information about Ashley and how the day is lined up. And then there's the registration link there as well. And we will have t-shirts available. That will be a separate link, and that will be an additional cost, and that is coming soon. I'm in touch with the vendor right now, so just keep looking at that Speak Hard page on our website, and it will be up there ASAP, I promise. So that will be exciting as well. We have a fun new t-shirt superhero design for this year, and it's going to be fun. So Chris, anything else to add before we sign off?
For all of our advisors out there and sponsors of our programs, if you've never been to Speak Hard, this will be a great year to kick off that experience. And we'll have an advisor guide out soon with some tips and tricks to making the most of Speak Hard. So be on the lookout for that on our website as well. So if you're a little bit hesitant and thinking, haven't been to an in-person function in a while, we've got all the information necessary to support you putting in that request with your school or with your organization to attend and helping you out along the way.
And that just triggered a thought in my head too. We will soon have up the links to help find your legislators as well, if that's something that you prefer to do when you're in Jefferson City. And even if it's your first time going to the Capitol, maybe you just go and meet your legislator. But we will have that up on the Speak Hard page soon. But by all means, please reach out to Chris or I if you need help with that, because we've done it for many years and we can point you in the right direction, most definitely. So feel free to reach out.
Definitely so.
Chris, thanks for being here with me tonight. I appreciate it. And I am so excited for us to be hosting the 18th Annual Speak Hard Conference.
We'll look forward to seeing you all live and in person in Jefferson City on April 14th.
See y'all later. Have a good weekend.